Hey there and welcome back to Dakota News Now. It is now time for a brand new season of Owning Your Outdoors, and joining me as always back with me, Doug Schroeder from Lews. Doug, good to see you again.
Aaron, great to see you. I'm excited about the year and we have a lot of new things to talk about. And no better way to get the year going is talk about spring and things we should be doing now.
We're done with the winter, so what's the first thing that you recommend people do coming into spring?
The first thing I recommend is start cleaning out your landscapes, your garden beds, your pots from last year if you haven't done that. Get that all cleaned out. Get the yard refuge taken away, and we're ready with a new slate and ready to go.
And so once you get that stuff cleared out of the yard, I mean, you're going to want to start mowing. That grass is going to start growing pretty quickly, so what do you need to do for your mower?
Well, you need to get it tuned up. Make sure it's working now and ready to go, so it's going to work for the whole season for you. Things like that right now are things that you need to attend to before you need to mow.
So, I mean, with the snow that we've had, there's sometimes where you get debris that sits on top of your grass for a while. Seeding, do you need to do some seeding?
Yes, overseeding, spot seeding. If you have pets, sometimes spots occur in the yard. Sometimes where snow is laid and different, maybe some of your ice melt has been on the yard, killed part of the yard. Time to do a little patch up and repair. So there's so many seeds that you can use, an instant seed that will germinate quickly for you and get your yard looking in top shape.
It's also one of the times you recommend doing some fertilizing, right?
Fertilizing. There's 4 times a year I recommend fertilizing. In the spring is the second most important. Fall being the most important. But if you I would say your first application of fertilizer should be down after about the second mowing. So fertilize. I'm already starting to see dandelions, which is surprisingly early, but we've had a fairly mild spring.
It's been a fairly mild spring so far. I mean, tree growth too. You have some loppers here. Do you need to start working on that?
Perennial shrubs need to be cut back. Get your perennial beds cleaned down and let the crowns start greening up on your perennials. Shrubs need to be cut back. Remember, if you have a spring blooming shrub like a lilac that I have behind me, you don't trim that until it's done blooming. All other blooming shrubs can be trimmed back right away in the spring.
You mentioned you're already seeing dandelions. Go ahead and try to get a hold on them, stop
them. Little herbicide I would recommend, or use a fertilizer has a herbicide in it that will kill it. Get that down. Also, I recommend as you do clean your perennial beds, use like a preen product or something that's a pre-emergent. That way you don't have weeds popping up as the season goes along. You do that now, and you're not going to be cleaning up your landscapes later.
It helps clean up the yard, helps clean up the driveway and the sidewalks too, right?
Right. To get those cracks cleaned up, take a herbicide, spray herbicide of some sort, treat the cracks in your driveway, and you won't have weeds coming out throughout the season.
All right, Doug, any other tips here to start spring?
No, like I say, a little bit of time now, and you'll be saving time later.
And the yard's going to looking great in no time at all, right?
That's right.
All right, Doug, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. We're going to have all this information online at dakotanewsnow.com right after the show, but make sure you stick around. We have more for you after the break.